welcome back to another triangle strategy.
Concealed aboard Clarus's Consortium cart, Serenoa and his retinue slip out of the Wolffort domain past Exham's forces and make for the Hyzantean capital.
After all the trouble and beef with Benedict and the others who are opposed, everyone decides to, besides Benedict, everyone decides to go with Serenoa's decision of saving the Roselle, and now they're sneaking out as Exarm moves for House Wolffort, and they're now moving out towards Hyzante. So they're kind of like moving in opposition of each other, sneakily.
As soon as they arrive, they review the particulars of their plan to lead the Roselle in revolt.
Scouts are reporting the Hyzantean army has crossed into the Wolffort domain.
So they managed to actually get Clarus into their plan.
The force is commanded by Minister Exham, and is many times larger than what they used when we marched on the Crown City.
Enough to destroy Castle Wolffort, and then some. They ain't aiming just to scare us.
A foe even Benedict would be hard-pressed to prevail against.
Have faith, Anna. Benedict will protect our people as he always has.
I know.
That said, we cannot defend the domain itself. Our land and our castle will doubtless fall to Exham's forces.
Then we must act as if we have no home to return to.
We cannot waver in our resolve.
No, the time for doubts is long past. Listen well. After we have freed the Roselle from the source, we will set our sights on their homeland in the south, on Centralia. We will find the Endless Sea and create a land free of suffering. A far-fetched dream if ever there was one, I know. I will not blame any of you if you do not wish to come.
A bit late for second thoughts now.
Aye, we're with you, my lord. Wherever you will lead us.
Then it's decided. We have much to discuss about our rescue plan. Clarus, if you would.
The wagon will have to pass through an inspection at the goddess's shield before entering the city. I can throw my consortium weight around to see you safely through the inspection, but that's about all I'm good for.
That's more than enough. Thank you.
Then let's muscle our way into the source. The guards won't expect an attack from the outside.
Getting in is not what worries me.
Indeed. The biggest obstacle we face is getting the Roselle to follow us out. They've been treated as criminals under the teachings for so long, they've come to believe they are guilty.
Yeah, that's the hardest problem of them all, actually convincing the Roselle to rebel.
They might be too terrified of disobeying the goddess to even agree to rise up.
My mother led them in revolt 30 years ago.
True, but only a small handful of people escaped.
I know. Freeing all of them means we must be even bolder than my mother.
Have you thought of how you'll convince them?
I have. I will smash the statue of the goddess to pieces. If they see her idol destroyed, the fear shackled about their hearts will break. Without terror to hold them back, the uprising of 30 years ago will look tiny in comparison.
But that statue is massive. How are you gonna reduce it to rubble?
I'm going to blow it up.
Ah, yes, if we use all the explosives we have, it will come crumbling down. But then we'd have none to destroy the ships that pursue us.
Exactly. That's why I think we ought to use Aelfric on the ships instead.
Aelfric? It is more powerful than the explosives.
And perfect for blowing up ships.
There must be some stored at the Ministry of Medicine, considering Minister Lila's involvement in its creation.
I guess they're gonna steal some
How will we
Aelfric.
detonate it without Milo?
Considering all the research they conducted, there must be some sort of documentation on how to use it.
Then what are we waiting for? If Lady Frederica's plan is going to succeed, we better go track some down.
All right, and we have our plan.
My friends. Thank you.
I'll handle the guards. Don't move a muscle, any of you. Don't even breathe. Hail! I am Clarus of the Consortium. I bring goods for trade in the city, if you'll give me leave to pass.
Clarus! Consortium's working you hard.
In these dangerous times, 'tis a privilege to be in such good employ. But you're worked even harder than I. Here, a small token of my appreciation.
You always have been a thoughtful man. Go on, then.
Wait! We cannot allow unscheduled goods into the city without inspection.
Fine. Guess there's no such thing as being too careful.
Small token ain't enough.
You needn't worry. Minister Camsel of the Saintly Seven sent for these goods himself.
He did?
Oh, yes. Look closely, and you'll see.
What have you done? Ah, you snake! I must call for reinforcements!
Clarus, are you all right?
My apologies. Luckily, mine was the only face they saw. I will draw off the reinforcements while you make for the Ministry of Medicine. Quickly now. And do not forget to retrieve the explosives you buried in my cargo.
I'm sorry we've put you to such trouble. And we'll likely have to blow up Consortium ships on top of everything else.
Cause as much trouble as you wish. I know you'll repay me for it once this is all over.
Hurry. The majority of their forces may be absent, but we're finished if a guard catches sight of us.
To the Ministry of Medicine with us.
Alright, there doesn't seem to be anywhere else to go, so I guess straight to exploration. There should be like 7 chests you can gather.
Unsurprising to find researchers here.
Hyzante still doesn't know we're moving against them. They shouldn't think us suspicious as long as we walk at a calm pace.
We can't go that slowly. Minister Camsel is in charge of the guards, and he's no pushover. The longer we take, the more we'll lose our freedom of movement.
Clarus is clever, but he could still get captured.
Then we'd best split up.
Indeed. We must find the Aelfric, and quickly.
We split up to take a look around, but I still can't find a single blast crystal in here. I wonder how the others are faring. Perhaps I should check in on them. Alright, before we talk to people, let's gather chests. There's one. There's one on top of there. 2. 3, 4. It's locked. The area ahead is off limits. Only those with permission may enter. 5, 6, and should be one more around here. The very edge. 7, there we go. Only those who are involved with the research subject are privy to its details. And something like the Aelfric would be more protected than most. We have to find that Aelfric as soon as possible and make for the source. We must convince the Roselle that they have committed no crime and free them from that horrific place. It's the right thing to do, now knowing the truth. Things are noisier here than I remember, perhaps because they are preparing for battle. I wonder if Minister Lila is here. We should keep an eye out for her. I can't help but wondering how Benedict's doing. Sorry lad, I know I should be focused on finding that Aelfric. These guys aren't even suspecting who we are. We made it this far thanks to Lord Clarus. We must free the Roselle and help them flee Hyzante. There seem to be archives on the other side of the door. Perhaps we can find documents about the Aelfric. I managed to pick the lock not a moment ago. I will report back later with my findings. Visit the encampment real quick, see what we can do. We can buy or read upon on. Alright, we're out of things to read. Stock up a bit, do mental mock battles later. We have 6 of these. I want to stock up on spice, so Medina will be really useful. Swift spice. Oh, we have bracelets, better than the second tier ones. You can just grind a bit later, get some, but for now want to make sure I get all the superior. These are rare. Maybe it's a good idea to heal or to upgrade Gila's weapon. Or Cordelia's.
Lord Serenoa, look at this book.
What is it?
Did you find it?
No, only a book.
The Aelfric method in practice. Does this detail how it is made?
Seems that way. It's littered with arcane terms I can scarcely comprehend. But if I'm grasping this correctly, the main component of Aelfric is human remains.
Okay, that's some big twist.
It says here, having harvested the corpses of Roselle who perished at the source.
Harvesting corpses? For what foul purpose?
We did not intend for Aelfric to be weaponized. Our original goal was to harness its immense magical capabilities to power the automaton.
Oh, automaton. Even bigger threat. Maybe the final boss for this route?
Automaton? What manner of contraption is that?
I do not know, but I doubt it is anything kind or good.
I thought the Ministry of Medicine was supposed to, figure out how to save lives, not how to profit off death.
We've glimpsed the rot at Hyzante's core.
Minister Serenoa, what are you doing here?